land of endless beauty, a canvas painted with towering mountains, ancient forests, and cities that pulse with life. This is Canada, a country where nature's wonders meet vibrant culture and where the landscapes themselves tell stories. Stories first told by the indigenous peoples who have walked this land for thousands of years, their voices forever woven into its mountains, rivers, and skies. But beyond the beauty lies something more, a connection to the world of cinema, where these very places have become the backdrop for films loved around the world. In this limited series, we journey through Canada's provinces and territories, exploring the natural beauty, cultural treasures, and cinematic moments that bring this vast land to life. This is Canada, we the North. Our journey begins in the westernmost province, British Columbia, a place where ancient rainforests cling to rugged coastlines and snow-capped mountains rise above glacial lakes. Known for its breathtaking natural beauty, British Columbia offers a landscape as diverse as the cultures that call it home. From the temperate rainforests of Vancouver Island to the wild alpine peaks of Whistler and Yoho National Park, BC's natural wonders have inspired explorers, storytellers, and filmmakers alike. Whether you're standing in the shadows of ancient cedars or gazing across the turquoise waters of Lake Garibaldi, every corner of British Columbia feels like a scene from a movie. One of the most visually stunning films to use British Columbia's untamed wilderness as a backdrop was The Revenant. The rugged, snow-covered forests and icy rivers seen in the film were shot in BC's interior, capturing the raw, unforgiving beauty that perfectly mirrored the story's themes of survival and resilience. Towering peaks, frozen landscapes, and primal forests became more than a setting. They became part of the story, a silent character shaping the fate of every soul that crossed its path. At the heart of British Columbia lies Vancouver, a city where nature and modern life exist side by side. Known for its vibrant multicultural community and stunning coastal setting, Vancouver's visual appeal goes far beyond postcards. It's become one of the busiest filming locations in North America. Vancouver's streets, forests, and waterfront have doubled for countless locations on screen. Vancouver's versatility has made it a director's dream.
How you going?
Billy, how's it going?
Oh, pretty good, I guess.
One of Vancouver's proudest cinematic sons is none other than Ryan Reynolds. Born in Vancouver in 1976, Reynolds' rise from Canadian television to global superstardom reflects not only his talent, but the strong creative foundation nurtured right here on the West Coast.
The critics' choice is Ryan Reynolds, the man of the hour.
Despite his global fame, Reynolds has never forgotten his roots, often celebrating his Canadian heritage and using his platform to support Canadian causes, all while embracing his reputation as Hollywood's favorite self-deprecating Canadian.
I make no secret about how much I love Canada, but that doesn't mean that I feel like Canada's perfect. I love Canada despite its incredible imperfections, and there are many.
From ancient forests to the bright lights of Vancouver's film sets, British Columbia stands as a place where nature and storytelling exist in perfect harmony. But our journey doesn't end here. Next, we venture east into the wild beauty of Alberta, where mountains rise and cinematic legends are born. Our journey continues east, into Alberta, a province where the dramatic peaks of the Canadian Rockies rise from the earth and where the vast open prairies stretch endlessly beneath a boundless sky. Alberta's landscapes are a stunning contrast. Untamed wilderness in the west, wide open plains in the east, all connected by a spirit of adventure. This land has always called to storytellers, from the indigenous peoples who first walked its trails, to the modern filmmakers who saw in Alberta the perfect setting for tales of survival, discovery, and courage. From the shimmering waters of Lake Louise to the wind-carved canyons of the Badlands, Alberta's natural beauty is matched only by its deep-rooted history. This is where ancient dinosaur fossils were unearthed, where ranchers carved out a life on the open plains, and where Hollywood discovered a cinematic treasure trove. One of the most powerful and visually stunning films ever shot in Alberta was Brokeback Mountain. The film's rugged beauty, its towering peaks, remote valleys, and wind-swept ranches, was brought to life in Kananaskis country, just west of Calgary. The intimacy and isolation of Alberta's backcountry mirrored the story itself, where love and longing unfolded against the backdrop of majestic yet unforgiving wilderness. It was here, in Alberta's raw and untamed landscapes, that director Ang Lee found the perfect canvas for his groundbreaking story. Alberta's largest city, Calgary, is more than just a gateway to the Rockies. Known for its modern skyline and legendary Calgary Stampede, this is a city where Western culture meets urban energy. Calgary's cinematic appeal lies in its versatility. One moment a bustling modern city, the next, the perfect stand-in for the American West. Films like The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford used Calgary's historic sites and surrounding landscapes to capture the essence of frontier life. To the north lies Edmonton, Alberta's capital, a city known for its thriving arts scene, and the West Edmonton Mall, once the largest shopping and entertainment complex in the world. But Edmonton's story is also one of endurance. Its winters are harsh, its spirit unbreakable.
The story of me, take two.
3, 2, here we go. Ready and action.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
One of Alberta's most beloved cinematic icons is none other than Michael J. Fox. Though born in Edmonton, Fox's career would eventually take him far beyond Alberta's borders, becoming a household name across the globe. Despite his Hollywood success, Michael J. Fox has never forgotten his Canadian roots. Through his acting, advocacy for Parkinson's research, and his unmistakable charm, Fox embodies the resilience and warmth that so many associate with Alberta itself. From the rugged peaks of the Rockies to the rolling plains and ancient fossil beds, Alberta is a province where nature's beauty and cinematic history intertwine. As we leave Alberta behind, we set our sights on the boundless horizons of Saskatchewan and Manitoba, where stories of the land and sky await. As we move further east, we enter the heart of Canada's prairie lands. Saskatchewan and Manitoba, two provinces where the horizon seems endless, where the land is rich in history, and where the natural world remains as awe-inspiring as ever. But beyond the rolling fields and frozen tundras, these provinces have left their own mark on the world of cinema. Saskatchewan is often called the land of living skies, a province where sunsets paint the horizon in fiery hues, where storm clouds roll dramatically over endless fields, and where the night sky glows with millions of stars. This is Canada's agricultural heartland, a place where the land has sustained people for thousands of years. But beyond the farms and open plains, Saskatchewan is also home to hidden natural wonders, from the jagged rock formations of the Big Muddy Badlands, once used as a hideout for outlaws, to the pristine beauty of Prince Albert National Park, where boreal forests give way to crystal-clear lakes. And in the silent hours of dusk, one of Saskatchewan's most iconic creatures takes flight, the great horned owl. A masterful hunter and a symbol of wisdom, this bird of prey is perfectly adapted to life in Saskatchewan's forests and prairies. Saskatchewan's two largest cities, Regina and Saskatoon, offer a blend of history, culture, and modern energy. Regina, the provincial capital, is home to the famous RCMP Training Academy, where Canada's iconic Mounties are trained. Saskatoon, often called the Paris of the Prairies, sits along the South Saskatchewan River, with its bridges and historic districts creating a striking cityscape. While Saskatchewan is less known for filmmaking, its dramatic landscapes have made it a go-to location for films set in the American Midwest. Movies like The Lookout and The High Line have used Saskatchewan's wide open spaces to tell stories of isolation, resilience, and discovery. One of the earliest films to showcase Saskatchewan's natural beauty was The Incredible Journey, 1963. This classic adventure story followed two dogs and a cat as they traveled across Canada's wilderness, facing challenges and dangers along the way. While the film took place across multiple provinces, Saskatchewan's prairies and rolling hills were an essential part of the journey, highlighting the raw, untamed beauty of the land. Moving eastward, we enter Manitoba, a province of contrasts, where golden fields give way to vast northern wilderness, and where the capital city of Winnipeg stands as a cultural powerhouse in the Canadian landscape. From the stunning lakes of Whiteshell Provincial Park to the dramatic shores of Hudson Bay, Manitoba is home to some of Canada's most breathtaking scenery and some of its most unique wildlife. Manitoba is famous for its polar bears, massive, powerful, and uniquely adapted to life in the Arctic. Every year, the town of Churchill becomes the polar bear capital of the world as these majestic creatures migrate across the tundra. It's one of the only places on Earth where humans can safely witness polar bears in the wild. At At the heart of Manitoba lies Winnipeg, a city with a rich artistic heritage. Known for its thriving art scene, Winnipeg is home to the Royal Winnipeg Ballet, the Canadian Museum for Human Rights, and a growing film industry. Winnipeg has been the backdrop for films like Capote, which recreated the small-town atmosphere essential to the story. Its historic architecture, cold winters, and diverse neighborhoods make it a unique and visually striking filming location.
What if I film my way out of here? It's time for extreme measures. I sublet for 1 month the house in which I grew up.
One of the most unique and visionary filmmakers to emerge from Manitoba is Guy Maddin. Born in Winnipeg, Maddin is known for his surreal, dreamlike style, often blending silent film aesthetics with modern storytelling. Maddin's work often draws inspiration from Winnipeg itself, turning his hometown into a mystical, almost mythical place on screen.
I'd always daydreamt, even as a child, what if there was a TV series, and I was thinking an American TV series, what if there was an American TV series set in Winnipeg? Then Winnipeg would be remembered, Winnipeg would be thought of. People wouldn't need to come, just the way I sort of know what Kansas City's like without ever going there. And I just thought, I just want to run my Winnipeg, my personal Winnipeg, through a camera and embed it in the emulsive medium of mythology, and then just see what happened. That's what I did.
In Guy Maddin, we see how a filmmaker can transform a city into something timeless, proving that cinema is not just about where a film is shot, but how a place can shape a storyteller's imagination. From the misty rainforests of British Columbia to the towering peaks of Alberta's Rockies, from the endless wheat fields of Saskatchewan to the frozen landscapes of Manitoba's north, this journey has taken us deep into the heart of Canada. But there's still so much more to explore. In our next episode, we travel to the beating heart of the nation, Ontario and Quebec, where Canada's largest cities meet its deepest cinematic traditions. Then, we set sail for the rugged Atlantic provinces before heading into the icy wonderlands of the north. Stay tuned for the journey ahead. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep believing.